I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. Jane, Archie's mom. Please, if you're here, say hello. If I scroll up, I'm going to get lost in the chat. Jason Ledford, good to see you. And look at that. It's Tom. Tom Broom. Murphy. Cat hair. Jane, Kristen, Archie's mom. Just Jones here. Great. All right, hit the like, please. It's 1 hot minute tonight. I got a really cool one. Now, I'm going to wait a few minutes and let more people get in, and then we'll kind of tell. Inevitably, somebody will be here that's never had a 1 hot minute. Check this out. Back on the 25th of July, after being here a month. Hi, Susie. I'm so glad you're here. I reviewed a sauce by Los Tacos del Gordo. It's an Ecuadorian sauce company. This is their sauce called Jamaica. Look at the color of it. Sam, good to see you, dude. Psalm 118:28. This has hibiscus in it. Look at that. My baby brother. Lurking, people. That's a lurker right there. So please hit the like. This is going to be a good thing. I'm going to be checking my text periodically because I'm expecting something. Jeremy Fowler, very good to see you. Wendy R. from California. There's Lilac Lime. Evening. And there's Wendy in California. And there is Barbara Waite. I'm glad you're here. This is great. All right, there's Lisa Trimble. Is there anybody here? I doubt it, but is there anybody here who has never done a 1 hot minute? I would be surprised because it's a small room so far. Hi, John Sunny. Good to see you. So before we get going, I'm just going to talk a little bit. A couple things I want to talk about. I got an email. I'm going to be nice. I'm not. It's a 1 hot minute, but I do need to address this. And if you're the person, hi Barbara, if you're the person who sent this email, be upset. Everything's cool. I'm not angry or anything. But this person said, it's almost worth reading. No, what I'm going to say is this. I'll just tell you what he said and summarize it. Hi, Windmill Willie. This person was very kind and said, listen, as a Christian, I kind of don't like that you call people names and use words I shouldn't use. And he said that he was kind of used. And we went back a few times. Look at that. Whidbey Island, hippie girl. Puget Sound's biggest island, I believe. Is it not? Could be wrong, but I think it is. Good to see you. The Paint Man. Good to see you. So he doesn't want me calling people names. And I did write him back, and we went back and forth. He's a very nice person. But they said in their, I think the second email they sent, they said, we should be turning the other cheek, And here's what I think. Look, there's a time for everything. There's a season for everything, and there's a season to keep your mouth shut and a season not to. And what they said, turn the other cheek. Hi, Josh Cohen. You know what? This is the way I view it. For so long, all of us kind of kept our mouths shut. When somebody was saying, well, we didn't, hi, Katie. We didn't speak up. And that to me is turning the other cheek. And I'm tired of turning the other cheek. It's not time to do that at all. And I was very nice to the person, but I said, sorry, not sorry. I'm not going to edit my speech. Well, I will. I'm not going to be like cursing. I'm going to try not to. But so that's why I am the way I am. And I encourage everybody to speak up and be vocal. Now is not a time to hide it. You know why? Listen, I'm going to get into the sauce in just a second. And I'm not going to be all political, I promise. Mike Bragg, good to see you. In an MSNBC interview recently, former presidential candidate, Katie's so cute. I'm petting her. Hi, Katie. Hillary Clinton said that white men of a certain religion are hurting the country. Now, here's the funny thing. What certain religion do you think she was talking about? Christianity. Yeah, if she runs for any sort of office again, she's going to claim to be a Christian. We're under attack. It's not people or parties. It's a spiritual one. Good versus evil. I know what side I'm on. Look at this. I tried rambutan, Johnny. Boy, is that the coolest. fruit in the world. Every time I go to the Philippines, I get a big bag of rambutan. They look like a kiwi with hair on it. I don't mean like little hair, but like real like hair on it. It's crazy. Super delicious. White pulp. Absolutely delicious. It's incredible. I hope you like them. So look at this. It's time to speak. Amen. It really is. Whidbey Island Girl says yes. And second largest off Coast Island in the U.S. I'm glad you're here. Scroto. Hey, Johnny, and God bless you and your family. Thank you for that. And by the way, those of you that pray for my mom, she's doing great. She's walking around. Pretty great. She's a murderer, in my opinion. You ever do that? Have some fun. Do a little Google and see how many you hang around her, you get dead. You guys remember Vince? Was it Vince Foster? Found dead on a riverbank. Said he offed himself. 2 different shots, 2 different guns. Yeah, that happens all the time. And the guns were further away from him. They could have dropped from the recoil of just pulling the trigger. So something was shady there, but they did say that was just a self-inflicted. He deleted himself. Gordon Ash, good to see you. Glad you're here. So war against good and evil, good and evil, period. I agree, Scroto. It's time to decide what side you're on, the dark or the light. I agree. All right, real quickly. Before I get into it. He's a suitor. Has there anybody here watching that has never been a part of One Hot Minute? If you've never done One Hot Minute before, please put a 2 in the chat. If you don't mind, I'd like to know if we have any new people. Because I'm going to review my sauce, but I may not have to explain it. I might. So I'm looking to see any 2s. It looks like everybody's been a part of One Hot Minute. So get something warm from your fridge, whatever. And then on the half hour, just Joan, you have to have been in a One Hot Minute before. You're always hanging out with me. Oh, Scroto's never been a part of One Hot Minute. Oh, cool. All right, so here's how this works. Everybody's going to get something spicy. It doesn't have to be a pepper. It can be just a little bit of sauce, whatever. Wendy's never done fantastic. It can be spicy chips. It can be a pepper. It can be hot sauce. Anything. Brock Bandy, good to see you. On the way home from the game, lurking. So here's what we do, okay? On the half hour, everybody's going to eat something all at the same time. I'll give you a countdown. You all eat it. Please do me a favor in the chat. Tell me what you're eating. We all want to know. I'm going to review this first. Do not eat your stuff with me. Hi, Whidbey. She's new for first 1 hot minute. That's crazy. Are you sure? Because sworn I've seen you here before. I'm going to review this now. So don't eat your stuff now with me. On the half hour, we're all going to do it together. And if you've never done it, it's fun. Yeah, listen, it doesn't have to be anything crazy hot, Joan. Seriously. Bell pepperoni, says Josh. Sonny has, but he's a spectator tonight. Even if you get black pepper, we've had people do that. It still has the word pepper in it, so it counts. It does. Now, for those of you who are wondering, I did get another really gnarly email, but we needed a day of happy. I might talk about it tomorrow. We will see. All right, so listen to what's in this sauce. You guys ready for some crazy ingredients? If you look at the color of it. It's not, when I tell you what's in it, you'll be like, oh, really? I never would have guessed that. Look at that. Scroto's got homegrown Scotch bonnets on pizza. That's awesome. Look at that. The one and only Tom Broom. I'll be eating an Omega pepper or the new fried chicken pepper going on now. Yeah, I've seen that fried chicken pepper. It looks pretty cool. It looks just like fried chicken. It really does. Kristen, you're driving. You should not be modding. We can handle it. I'm quick on the draw. I just don't want you to crash while you're driving. No bueno. So listen to what's in this sauce. Are you ready for this? This is crazy. The ingredient, it's an Ecuadorian sauce company, by the way. Listen to this. Hit the like, please, by the way. I use StreamYard, so it's an app. I can't really see how many likes there are. There's 43 of us. Let's make sure everybody's hit the like. Here's what's in the sauce. First ingredient is water, vinegar, Creole chili, chipotle chili paste, onion, sugar, hibiscus infusion. Ryan Simmons got homegrown Scotch bonnets too. Very nice. Hibiscus infusion. Dried Maggie herb. Does anybody know what dried Maggie herb is? Archie's mom's got green Thai chili or curry made from a friend just for this occasion. DJ's crushed black pepper for Sonny. Que paso? Look at that. Marcus Bustos. We've hung out. That's a good dude. A ghost pepper or two for Psalm 118:28. We have 29 likes. We can do that. I don't care if you give it a downvote. Just do something. Something. All right. So dried Maggie herb. Let me tell you what Maggie herb is. It's an Ecuadorian version. Not version. It's very similar to cilantro. Yet they say it's brownie RSPS. They say it's a little bit more pungent. Who knows? Garlic, salt, and thickener. Like xanthan gum, but their version of it. So hibiscus, crazy, right? $28 likes. We can do better than that. Here's the truth of it. It's just engagement. YouTube doesn't care if it's a like or a dislike. They just see it as engagement. I don't care if you dislike it. How about that? I don't mind. Boy, yesterday's video upset some folks with yesterday's video. And the email that I got is probably going to upset some more. Here's the thing. I've said this real quick. I'm going to, before I review this, I've always kind of like taken one from column A and one from column B. I took stuff from the Bible and from my religion that I was good with, and then other parts I was like, it's to change my life too much if I do that, if I change that. I'm not doing that anymore. So, here's the problem with that. I know a lot of people that are the same way. One way, they believe one way or another. And because of certain leanings or certain subjects that are problems to them, they're going to have a problem. But I want you guys to know, I'm just, the yardstick I'm using is the Bible and my relationship with Christ. And that's it. So if you have a problem with things that I say, you got to trust and believe it's scripturally based. So sorry, go to the Bible and here, you know what? This is my yardstick. This is a Spanish English Bible. All right, so I'm going to review the sauce. Jason says, I've had hibiscus infused things before, and they're usually very tasty, very floral from my memory. Brownie says, longtime viewer, Johnny, one of the most genuine people I've ever seen. Oh, that's awfully kind of you to say that. That's awfully nice. Here's the thing. You don't see it when the camera's off. No, I'm pretty much the same. Anybody that's ever hung out with me will say he's the same guy. I don't have a persona that I put on. And, listen, I'm scarred. I have scars, and you guys have seen them. Scroto says, you see Joel Hansen as a parallel. I did see that. Praying for that. It's a scary thing. You want to know something? I worked at a dating service for a while. And I was doing sales for them. We'd sell a package, you could meet 10 people, 20 people, whatever. And I had a guy who was a stockbroker. He was in my office. He looked like Clark Kent. I kid you not. And we're sitting down, and I'm explaining the program to him. I swear to you, this is a true story. And as we're talking to him, his face starts looking weird. I thought it was me. So I kept talking, and I'm telling you, he had, what's it called? Bell's palsy. But it happened in my office, and I watched it. It was the most bizarre thing in the world. His face went like this, and it started drooping big time. And it was one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. I said, I think you need to go to the bathroom. He goes, I don't need to go to the bathroom. He touched his face a few times, like he knew something was going on, but he goes, I don't need to go to the bathroom. I said, I think you do. And he went to the bathroom. He didn't come back. It's kind of a scary thing. A lot of times it corrects itself. So we're praying for him. Just Jones says, how can I disappoint my favorite pepper person? I have a mix of salsa, medium banana peppers. Hopefully that will absolutely suffice. Promise you, it will. Look at this. Can't get any more truthier than that. Amen. Let's all surrender. Jesus is king, and he's coming back. And I think too sweet. I don't care if you think I'm crazy. I do. Read the Bible, man. Every sign points to it. Wow. It's got a little bit of garlic. I'm not smelling any. RAS, good to see you. I think RAS likes the Naga Viper. I'm smelling the garlic, a little bit. There's almost a sweetness aroma to it. I don't really smell the cilantro. Maybe the sweetness is from the hibiscus. I don't know. Anyway, don't do yours now. I'm just going to review this real quickly. We have 15 more minutes, and we're going to do one hot minute. I'm going to review this first. So from Los Tacos del Gordo, they call it Jamaica. You wouldn't really, if you just think Jamaica, I'm not sure if these ingredients, like if you think Jamaica, you're like, hibiscus, garlic. Anyway, here we go. It's a Love Boat in one hot minute. Very interesting. Mike Bragg had it. It was terrible. I had to tape my eye closed. Are you 100% now? How long ago? And how long did it take to recover? Just in case somebody can pass this information to Joel. Good dude. I watch his channel. Doesn't smell dangerous. It's got a kind of a. It doesn't. You ever? Sometimes it doesn't taste. Things don't taste like they smell. It doesn't really taste like it smells. Okay, so it's a bit of a floral nature. I'm guessing that's hibiscus. I taste the vinegar. The vinegar is the kind of the vehicle that kind of pulls it all together. The balance of salt and the sweetness is kind of cool. On the heat scale, they say if this is medium, this is really hot. It's right here. I think it's more like down here, but it's very, very tasty. Smell-o-vision for old time's sake. All right, let's do that. Make sure I don't miss anybody. So here we go. If you have the smell-o-vision 1.0, kick it on, everybody. There you go. See what I'm saying, though? You guys you can pick up the garlic. There's a bit of a, you can kind of get a hint of the vinegar, but there's almost like a sweetness to it. You guys smell that? All right. If you got the smell-o-vision 2.0, about there. You getting that? Kind of neat, right? Each time they do a new version, it gets better. The flavor, the aromas are more enhanced. And if you've got the 3.0, have at it. Isn't that incredible? You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit more. I don't put hot sauce on steak very often at all. But if this was a little thicker, it'd be good for a steak. You know what this would be really, really good at? Have to watch about biting your tongue. Yeah, I bet. Here's what this would be. This would be a fantastic salad dressing. That's what I think. The heat for me, my tolerance is rising, which is good because I'm going at it. I would say if you've never eaten anything hot, somebody might say it's really hot, but it's not that bad. If you're a chili head and you eat hot stuff, it might be a 3. Sonny really loves ribeye. You know what ribeyes? Ribeyes are very inexpensive here, like $4 for a ribeye. Like T-bones are like $3. Well, you know what? I think you asked a question already. Hang on a minute. You had a question earlier, Vernon. Good to see you, man. Do you put ketchup on a steak? I'd rather be beat to death with a shovel than to put ketchup on a steak. Really? Is that a joke? Do people do that? Is that a thing? Ketchup? No, salt and pepper. Sometimes Tommy's a great cook. Sometimes we'll put crushed or crumbled blue cheese, and that's really good. There's Aaron. Aaron's going to be a guest on the channel probably next week. Morning from Australia. I'm at my kids' tennis clinic and spewing. I'm missing the one hot minute. I'm eating hot foods with you today in spirit, though. Spewing. I'm sorry about that. You know what? The Australians have a word for everything. Really do. And they speak English, but they have a different word for everything. It's crazy. Like here, I'm in Ecuador. They have a different word for everything. That's because it's Spanish. But I'm serious. In Australia, they have a nickname for everything. It would be great on tacos. It would be great on anything breakfast. Lovely. Yeah, for real, Sonny. Let me tell you something. You can get this is crazy. You can get tomahawks, the big giant tomahawk steak with a big rib bone. They're like somewhere between $7 and $11. depending on how big it is. Yeah, there are a lot of people going, ketchup on a steak. I like mushrooms on steak, but here's the thing: Tommy's like deathly allergic to mushrooms. Psalms 118:28 says the ribeye steaks are like $40 here in California. Stop buying them. $40. I'm sorry. You know, when we buy them on Friday, it's like, I don't know if it's 10 or 20% off or 25% off. It's crazy. Garlic's good on steak. I'm a garlic fan. Blue cheese is really good. We're 10 minutes away from 1 hot minute, people. There's Renee B. How are you doing, brother? I'm good. Thank you for being here. Listen, please hit the like button. Crikey, says Bustos. Bubba, I'm sorry, Josh. Thanks a lot for telling us the ribeye here is ribeye is $4, 25 to 35 here. Wow. T-bones, Sergeant Willie, good to see you. Just a T-bone steak is like $3. You know what? Tommy made steaks last week with caramelized onions and garlic, and with a little bit of oil drizzle. Like, what he was doing was he was kind of not ripping off. It sounds very similar to a steak at a place called, I'm not going to say the name because we had a really bad steak there. Mary Tierra's. 2 times we had bad steaks there. It's my fault. Fool me once, shame on me. Or you, fool me twice. That's what happened. Filet mignon is great. It's fantastic. Okay, Gornash asks, what's the expensive things there comparatively? You know what? If you get American stuff, like, this is funny. I've never been to Minnesota, RAS. Not against it. Certainly interesting. I'm open to it. Only about 6,000 miles away now. If you like today, yesterday I was in the Supermaxi, and there was you can get like Krispy Kremes. It's like $18 or $19 for a dozen Krispy Kreme donuts. They're sort of expensive. You can get like a bottle of Tabasco. It's like $8 or $9. So if you can get American stuff here, but if you do, you're going to pay through the nose. You know, every time I've been to a different country, doesn't matter which one, I don't go there and like I went to the Philippines. I didn't say, hey, where's the Burger King? You know what I mean? I want to eat like a Filipino when I'm there. So when I'm here, we don't eat American stuff at all. We really don't. Lisa asks, which is hotter, Hellfire's blueberry spice or Aftershock? You know what? I would say they're probably pretty close. Here's the thing, Lisa. I'm being really honest. Hi, Chili Phil. Because you're putting it on ice cream, I'm serious now. The dairy it'll melt and kind of mix in with the ice cream, and the dairy offsets the heat 50%, at least, maybe even 75%. It really does. If you kind of stir it up and let it kind of mix up a little bit, forget about it. You'll be fine, I promise. They're both terrific hot sauces. Merle owns Hellfire Hot Sauce, and he's fantastic. And Jeff McGinnis owns Razorberry Hot Sauce, who makes Aftershock. He's great. I hope Spicy Jen's doing good. Good to see you. Barbara loves good steak, but I traded for a plate of good scallops. I love scallops. I bet I've eaten 1,000 shrimp since I've been here. That's what the other question was. I'm sorry, Vernon. How long do you think the shutdown will last? I don't know. I'm not sure. There's a lot of people you can speculate, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I've seen I've seen it a bunch of times. They'll cave, but they always say like, oh, like Social Security checks not going to come. The military won't get paid. Like Y2K was going to kill the world. Planes are going to fall. It's going to be okay, honestly. Posturing and nonsense, if you ask me. It's crazy. How much is lobster? RAS asks. Depends on what day it is. If it's during the week, they're like $2 or $3 for a lobster. They aren't huge, but they're lobsters. If you get them on the weekend, or if there's like an event going on, you can. I walked by there once with Tommy. I was asking how much. He said $45. I'm like, for the whole box? For what? For one. So it depends on what day it is. They're not going to sell it to me for $4 on the weekend when there are tourists everywhere who are happy spending $40 on a lobster. It's kind of crazy. Hello, Arwa. I'm not a Krispy Kreme fan. Look at this. We need 9 more likes. The math isn't mathing. Lobster is not expensive. We eat a lot of an awful lot of ceviche. Ceviche is fantastic. They don't cook it. It's in lemon juice. And I have this thing called mixed two. There's just every kind of seafood you can think of and scallops, everything. And it's really, really fantastic. Ryan asks, I have to ask, have you almost passed out the next day after eating Dividend pepper soup broths, or is that only me? Nope, that's not happened to me, Ryan. I'm sorry. If I'm going to pass out, it's right after doing it. But no, by the next day, I'm usually good. You know, I had trouble. 5 more minutes and 1 hot minute, people. Yeah, 5 minutes. I had the times I chugged a whole bottle of not a good idea. A whole bottle of extract, plutonium 9 million Scoville heat units. And I drank. It comes in it's a paste, so I had to like put it in water and heat the water up till it was boiling, and then kind of sit it in there and keep heating the water until it was liquid. Because it's a paste, and those hurt me for days. The second time hurt me I wasn't right for 3 days. Okay, so here we go. We are 3 and change away from 1 hot minute. RAS asked, may I ask what your addiction was? I was addicted or abused pretty much everything. I was a heroin addict. I did everything. I don't do anything now. I heard someone say, what is being an addict is giving up everything for one thing, and being clean is giving up one thing for everything. So I've been sober from all the nasty ones for 16 years now, and just a happier person. By the way, speaking of addiction, tomorrow I'll be at the recovery center in the morning, 10 o'clock. So hopefully we'll have a lot of good videos for you. We are 2.5 minutes away. I'm excited. Pepperhead, good to see you. If you haven't got something hot, I mean toot sweet, you still have time. You got like 2 minutes. I'm going to get up and turn the AC on. Actually, Katie, go turn the AC on. Katie, I'll deal without the AC. So get something warm. We're going to do 1 hot minute in just a moment. We have Scroto's never done one. We have a few others who have never done a 1 hot minute. It's always exciting. Renee B asked, what was my drug of choice? Weed was probably my drug of choice, to be honest with you. That was my drug of choice. It's funny, it's not like you see it. I've only seen one person that I knew was messed up since I've been here. And I live on the strip, so you think you'd see it because there's restaurants and, everywhere. And the night explodes at night. This place is crazy at nighttime. But one day I was with Tommy. We're 2.5 minutes away, people. I was walking with Tommy in front of the Salinas sign, maybe half a mile from here, a kilometer or so, Ecuadorian. And I saw this guy. I was with Tommy. I thought he was having trouble walking. I thought he was hurt or something. Or I don't know. I'm like, is that guy okay? And Tommy's like, we waited for a second. Oh, no, he's messed up. But that was one person. I mean, when I lived, and I'm not knocking America, but when I lived in Reno, if we had to go to the store, I'd see a dozen, like falling out, folded in half like a statue, like you see on Kensington Ave. I'm serious. It was crazy. I have not had Jamaican beef patties. I'm attempting them right now. I've not had that. Can't do anything spicy. 11 pods earlier. That's crazy. Ginger tea. It's 1:30. Gornash, you're a beast for being here at 1:30. You have all of my respect. I mean it. I never did ketamine, actually. Did a lot of LSD, actually. The idea of doing that now is horrific. I can't even think about doing it. But when I was young and stupid, that was sort of a fun thing for me. Just being honest with you. Throwing down with the Browns, surstroming instead of drugs. Much love, Johnny. Yes, surstroming. I don't know if I'll ever do that again. Nah, you know what's going to happen? I'm going to find somebody here. I'll say, have you ever heard of surstroming? Como se dice surstroming? You never know. All right, we're necking in on 30 seconds or so. Yeah, 35 seconds or 1 hot minute. Get ready, people. My watch is wrong. I'm going to fix my watch. Get ready, people. We have 20 seconds away. We live on a dirt road with only 7 other houses and still had a girl nod off behind the wheel in front of our driveway. It's everywhere. It's crazy. And Lisa's doing a large spoonful of Frank's. Put that crap on everything. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 hot minute. Sorry, Katie. I apologize. I scared Katie. You should be used to that by now, sweetheart. She's such a cutie. We got this box. What did we get? Oh, we bought a toaster. That came in this box. We took the box. Peace be with you. Thank you so much, Bustos. And the box is her favorite thing. Cut a couple holes in it. They're having a ball. All right. Any second, the 1 hot minute numbers are going to start flowing in. And if you've never been a part of 1 hot minute, you will get the idea. You're going to type in how hot you are on a scale from 1 to 10. Scotro just did it. So you ate, what did you eat? A couple of ghost peppers, I think. I think that's what you said. Once you start burning up, you need to let us know how hot you are. 1 hot minutes ago, we had 4 people at 8. Oh my goodness. Wendy R. bust out of the gate first with a solid 8. That's how to come out of the gate strong. Jason Ledford, key lime habanero, hit a 2, but weird, watery eyes. You know what that means? That may rise. Scotro, I want to hear how hot you are, spicy wise. You know what I'm saying. Psalm 118:28, sitting at a solid 5. We still have Wendy R in the lead with an 8. Jason Ledford at a 2, but looking to see that rise. I have a feeling. Ryan Simmons, about an 8. Scotch Bonnet with an 8. Funny thing, people, pods tend to, eating a full pod is a whole lot different than eating sauce. You have to report like a horse race commentary. Yeah, you know what, though? It's when you have 100 people, it's a little bit easier. It was a big pepper, says Ryan. So we have 2 people with an 8. Brownie RSPS 7 with a 7-pot Primo crack balls from Death Nuts. Those are amazing products. One of the I love Foy. Like, he's a brother. No joke. I'd die for that dude. All right, so Renee B on the outside with a 1. Didn't get to the store to buy peppers. Wendy R has hiccups. That's impressive. Look at this. Scotro sitting at a 9 with 4 Scotch Bonnets fresh off the vine. People, that's going to be hard to beat. Every single time it's somebody's new. It's like a new person gambling. They pull the handle and win. Every time. How many times have you guys seen this? There's a lot of veterans here. How many times have you been in a 1 hot minute where somebody's brand new at it and comes out of the gate with a 9 or 10? Lady Kane, 3 weeks ago, got a 10. Remember that? R was joining in spirit. Lisa Trimble feeling heat. 2, feel it on the tongue in the back of the throat. I love that. Archie's mom at a 9. Could be a problem. Look at this. Amy coming on the inside with 4 and a runny nose. Look at this. The Cohen family. I love the Cohen family. Riley and Taylor are in the room, and they said hello. You guys are great. This solid dude. It's a great family. All right. Who are we looking at? I want to hear from Scotro. I think he's going to be higher. He was at a 9. We're sitting a couple of people at 9s. Archie's mom is at a 9, so we could get a 10 today. Anytime we get a 10 in a 1 hot minute, it's a victory. So Riley and Taylor, are you guys eating anything spicy? You could even eat Doritos or something. It doesn't have to be something really, really hot. The idea is just to kind of Katy Perry. All right, so Jason Ledford. Kristen, it was one of the bunch of $1.75 an ounce bottles we got at Walmart for $1. That's a good sale. First time trying, it's good. I put it on ice cream or, ironically, key lime pie. Serious question from Renee B. Going to Thailand on the 10th. What pepper must I try? You know what? I'd like to be the know-it-all that says, get a pen. I'll tell you. I don't know. Every country I've been to has, there weren't really any super hots when I was in the Philippines. There's no super hots here. So I don't know what they're going to have there. They probably have a lot of Thai chilies. Just guessing. They call it, in the Philippines, they don't call it a Thai chili. They call it laboyo. That's what they call it. So to me, it was just a Thai chili. So it may be something like that. They may have a name that's just unique to them locally. I'm not sure. But try them. Just Joan, my first try, salsa and a medium banana peppers. Baby start, I'd say a 2 to a 3. Props for the first time. Jason has dropped to a 1.5 actually. I do feel a mild burn down to my stomach. Oh, no more for me. I'm on fire. Yeah, but you know what, though? You're at a 9. You get bonus points for that. Josh says, no, but we are eating dinner. Why are you listening to me when you're eating dinner? Don't do that. But thank you. Dear Lord, I had a pen and a paper. Thai chilies. When you get there, just say, you know what Thai chilies like. They're small little ones. They're not that big. Wendy out of 3. Arwa likes Thai chilies. Johnny, when was the last time you had an endorphin rush? I don't remember. Last week. It's crazy. I had this sauce that it was Don Joaquin Scorpion. It was like Scorpion. That's what was it. It was hotter than the last dab experience. I'm not even fooling you. It was stupid hot. And I wasn't thinking. And I didn't eat anything. I had an empty stomach. And I got 2 big mouthfuls of it. And I was cramping during the one. Was that a 1 hot minute? I can't remember. But I was cramping at the beginning. After it was over, Tommy got on and he did his show. I cramped halfway through his. I'm serious. And it was the wave cramping where it comes like if you have really, really bad calf cramps, it'll burn you, it'll kind of subside and then come back. I've had to do that for a solid day. It's a nightmare. It's Riley typing. I met Riley when she was just a little girl. One of the cutest girls I've ever seen. It was a special day for me. Told the story again. I don't want to embarrass her by telling it again. Hi, Riley. I hope we're doing good. Scotro, just chase it with 2 ghosts off the vine. Heat level now 13. Forget about it. I don't think I've ever even seen a 13. That's fantastic. At least in a 1 hot minute. Scotro, I am mad impressed. That's crazy. Jason says all but gone, but warm feeling down to the stomach. Mild tingly upper lip. Gotta love the tingly upper lip. Jason, I don't know if you're married, but be careful kissing your wife. There's that transference. You will. You can burn somebody. Scotro says, Pepperhead, because of you, Johnny. I can't take credit for that. It was always within you. You just happened to, it was always in, but thank you. That's awfully nice of you to say. Epic Scotro, says Arabian Bard. For real, it is. The Scotch Bonnet Pods, hot, but no endorphin rush. I remember those days. If I had a handful of Scotch Bonnets, I probably would get an endorphin rush right now. My tolerance, it's been low, but it's starting to climb its way up. I bought a sauce, like a stupid hot bottle of sauce, and I'm going to be doing a sauce chug at some point. I'm not quite ready for it yet. Jason said, yes, it's happened before, but she's a chili head too. Yep, it happens. It's easy to do. Here's the thing, especially on your hands. If you cut peppers with your hands, you can wash them and wash them and wash them, and you think your hands are clean. They may not be. Got to be careful. Chili Phil says, I had an insane endorphin dump today. It's one of the greatest feelings. If you're watching this, you're like, endorphin dump? What is he talking about? Galthy, good to see you. An endorphin dump is you just eat way too much or just enough. Depends how you look at it. And what happens is your body goes into a kind of a state of panic. This was fun, Wendy says. Aren't they? They're always fun. It's really ideal when there's like 100 people, 150 people in the chat, because then it is a horse race. I can barely keep up, and it's really, really fun. But what happens is you eat too much, and your body starts to panic a little bit. All right? And your body thinks it's dying, basically. So it floods your body with dopamine and endorphins, and you just get an amazing. Here's what happens. I've had this happen to me hundreds and hundreds of times in video. And I've gone from heat where I was like at a 9. And back in the day, my 9 was somebody else's 20, I ate one more pepper, it would go to 1, just like that. And all of a sudden, it doesn't hurt at all. It's the strangest thing in the world. But it's not something you can fake. You see somebody eat like 30 peppers, and all of a sudden they have no burn. It's an endorphin rush. Uh-oh, we got an interesting question. This might be inappropriate, but ask away. My first bottles of hot sauce imported came out of one of your videos, Grim Reaper. Great sauce from the UK. Awesome. Yeah, don't they have great labels? I remember them. It's a great company. They have everything about them is great. Katie, what are you doing? I'm waiting for that inappropriate question. No, you can ask it. It doesn't mean I'll answer. But we'll see. and stop bragging after that. Ryan says, first endorphin rush, you feel scared sometimes. Wrong. I never felt wrong. I loved it. To me, it's one of the nicest feelings. DJK Solo. Good evening, Johnny. Big love from Big Apple. That's where I was born. I saved the mustard primatali for the last pot of the 11 I ate. It was way hotter than the first 10. You know what happens? They build, you know this, they build on each other. You know what I mean? So I don't know if you didn't eat the first 10 and you only ate the mustard primatali, you know, how hot would it have been? The truth is, primatalis are stupid hot. And it doesn't matter if they're yellow, red, chocolate, mustard, matters not. They're crazy hot. Renee asks, here's the inappropriate question. When you eat a hot pepper, does it burn on the way out? Depends on where your tolerance is. Good question. There are basically, Archie's mom, French stitched me up with this Thai curry. Wow, wow, wow. Here's what happens. All right, Renee B. There are essentially 3 places that you need to build a tolerance eating peppers. Hi, Heather Rhodes. So you got to build it in your mouth, right? And you got to build it in your stomach. And then you have to build it as you process it, how it exits your body in the bathroom, okay? And the tolerance in your mouth grows the fastest, very quickly. The tolerance in your stomach, processing it takes a lot longer. And each one takes a little bit longer to build. So that's kind of how it works. It's not something that really bothers me. But somebody mentioned fire hose. That is a thing. Fire hose is a thing. What a fire hose is when you have so much capsaicin in your body. By the way, it's for a man, fire hose. When you have so much capsaicin in your body and you go to the bathroom, it burns like bad, like really bad. It's called fire hose. If you're a woman, they call it fire lily. Just telling you what I know. Hey, Mr. Scoble, have you ever heard of using capsaicin on an open wound or cut? Not for medicinally. I've had that happen to me. I've had like scrapes and cuts where I've gotten pepper juice in it. So I've had that happen. It certainly doesn't help. It burns like it hurts like burns. I found out I need to eat more than 3 or 4 pods to get endorphin up. I didn't get higher than it died. I remember. Listen, before I took time off and my tolerance dropped, there was a period of time where unless I ate, 20 or 30, it wasn't going to happen. Depending on what peppers I was eating, and it's here's the thing. It's no different than anything else. I mean, nobody ever sits down at a bar and says to the bartender, listen, I'm trying to increase my tolerance to alcohol. How can I build my tolerance? Nobody would say that, right? Katie, what's that noise? That was odd. That was odd enough that I almost want to go see what in the world that was. The camera didn't pick that up, did it? Did the camera pick that up? That was strange. Dizzy, glad you're here. Renee, this is super important. You got to put something in your stomach first. Starchy stuff really helps. Like a banana, it's a good thing. It's fireworks. Chill out, Katie. It's just fireworks. Hey, it scared me too. Relax. Yeah, you know what? If you eat hot stuff, don't tell me you ate something hot on an empty stomach. If you eat something hot without eating something, you can easily get what they call cap cramps. Cap, and it's short for capsaicin cramps. So what happens is that you get it's just what is this capsaicin poisoning? If you Google what capsaicin poison, the symptoms, they'll tell you that it's flushed face, hiccups, sweating, cramps in your stomach, vomiting, like a day at work if you're a chili head and you make videos. You know what I mean? Nobody could hear it. Josh, it sounded like, sparklers. It wasn't like fireworks, like, the sparklers, like that thing. It sounded like that, but way louder than any sparkler I've ever heard. It didn't scare me. Listen, I was in this building a little over a month ago with Tommy, and we had an earthquake where the whole building was shaking. So it wasn't that bad. Look at that. Fireworks to accompany your fire hose. Somebody should make a meme. I have a shirt. In fact, I almost wore it tonight. I'm going to wrap up in just a minute, but this shirt's worth showing you. It has a flame here and like a manhole here, fire hole. And fire hole is like a deuce. Fire hose is number one. I know this is, TMI. I've not. I was in the store yesterday. I didn't see any more Scorpion Reaper sauces. But here's the thing. I'm telling you what's going to happen. It's really weird. I'm in a country. This is true. I'm in a country where I'm sort of living like 4 different decades at the exact same time. As far as infrastructure is concerned, it's like 1940 in a lot of places. As far as cost of living, it's like 1950. Musically and fashion, it's 1980. Everywhere you hear, if there's a restaurant and they're playing music, trust and believe it's 80s music, American 80s music. So I'm living in the 40s, I'm living in the 50s, I'm living in the 80s, and I'm living in 2020 because I have this. So I'm kind of living in 4 decades at the same time. And as a result, I can kind of, Tommy and I, we talk about this a lot. Like, I know what's coming next. Like, I've done this before. It's like you can see where they're going. There are certain, like, they don't have tasers yet here. Cops don't have tasers. Half of them don't have guns. You know what I mean? They don't have pepper spray. And so I know what's coming. It's weird. It's just a strange thing. Like with fashion, I can tell you what's coming next with fashion. I mean, if you go here on the weekend, you'll see a lot of neon. It's crazy. But literally, it feels like I wasn't alive in the 50s, but it's what's kind of going on here, like 40s, 50s, 80s, and 2020s. I do like it. They had a 7.0 in the Philippines that day. The one we had here, Mike, was 5.9. Scared the pants off me. It didn't scare me when it was happening. It was really kind of an interesting thing. It didn't scare me at all when it was happening. But boy, 10 minutes after, scared the pants off me. Chef Bobby G. Good evening, man. I am the time traveler, says Ornash. Richard Doherty, good to see you. A lot of people are retiring in South America. I'm thinking about Bogota. I flew into Bogota to get here. We flew from Houston to Bogota to Guayaquil. See, if you're local, if you're like a native here, you don't say Guayaquil, it's Guayaquil. I say Guayaquil. It's sort of like announcing that I'm a gringo. Pepperhead says, Johnny, please play some guitar. You know what's funny? I was talking to Tommy about this today. I swear it was true. I'm getting the urge to start playing guitar again. So I'm going to start doing that again. Katie liked it. I used to jam with Katie all the time. But I don't, here's the thing. I know people that are leaving. I know people that are going all over the place. But I love where I'm at. I can't imagine being somewhere else. I have friends of mine that are a bunch of people that are leaving the United States. So. But I feel very safe here. I do. I always felt very safe in the Philippines as well, though. You know what? I felt very safe in every place I've been to. It just showed you're talking like a normal person. I don't get that too often. I'm blamed. They don't call me normal too often. All right, listen. I'm going to wrap it up. I want Scotro. What was he? Wasn't he a 13? Everybody was here. Thank you for being here. And Scotro with a 13, gangster. Very, very impressive. Oh, Chef Bobby says, I've been in one tornado. Enough of that for my lifetime. I've seen a couple of them, but I've never, it didn't affect me. I watched it. I was training for a marathon, and I watched it happen. Look at this. What a nice guy. Nice job on the likes, chat. Hit it if you haven't. Need to help this great. Oh, you know what? You're a nice guy. I love you, dude, but I got a long way to go. But here's the thing. I'm going to get there. I have a good time trying. Brock just got home, and I'm about to end it. I'm so sorry, Brock. Wendy, thanks for the stream. It was fun. Thank you. Thank you, Arwa. Aaron, I'll email you. It's probably going to be, depends on what day I go to we go to the recovery center. It'll be either Wednesday or Thursday, more than likely. Psalm 118:28. Don't apologize. Listen, I had people that were like Owens. had me on during the dinner. It's okay. It's like no big deal. If you everybody pops in and out, that's how it works. Don't apologize. Please. Uh-oh. Amen. Now need prayers. Oh yeah, with a 13, it makes sense. Oh, Lisa's been in 2 Cat 4 hurricanes. Well, it's where you live, girl. Right? See, we've only been here. We're going out like 6 months or so, or 5 or 6 months. So I don't know what it's like. Like they have a stormy season. There's some big rains apparently. Here it is, the video about fire hose and other side effects. You're awesome, Chris and Linda. You really are. Peace and love. Keep the faith. Thank you. Thank you for having us. You guys are having. Can I tell you something? I just turned my computer on. You guys invite me into your home. Do you guys understand that? You ever think about that? Kind of heavy deal. Gornash says you're a better spirit today. I was a good spirit yesterday. I was just a little heated. And fear not. Come back tomorrow. I got a nasty email that I'm going to be addressing. You betcha. The more I talk about it, the more people are turning their light on. I have people that are emailing me saying they're researching stuff and finding out stuff they didn't know. It's pretty cool. So what this is going to do is going to encourage people to think critically. And I'm not going to stop doing that. Now I'm committing YouTube suicide. I'll be demonetized for just saying that. I'm happy with the numbers. Here's the thing, man. You know how you know I'm doing the right thing? I don't give a rip that people are bailing at all. Like Tommy and I give the morning, how did you lose? He's like 70. I said, don't worry, dude. We still have the rest of the day. We have a bet. Here's the thing. Some very, very nasty people with very nasty attitudes that need they have soul rot. There are people with soul rot that have left. And that's okay. There are people with very beautiful souls that have stayed. And there are people with very beautiful souls that are coming aboard. And maybe some of the people with soul rot will get their act together, sort it out, fix their souls, and come back. But I'm not going to stop talking about it. There's a time for everything. There's a time to kill and a time to be born. There's a time to keep your mouth shut, and there's a time not to. There's a time to put on gloves, and there's a time to take them off. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Pepperhead. Thank you, Mike Bragg. Appreciate it. Boy, have a good day, dude. Thanks to everybody. I appreciate you guys so much. Just changed the hair dye. Here we go. Tune in tomorrow. Wait till you see the video tomorrow. I'm going to set some people straight. I'm going to irritate some people, but you know what? Speaking the truth. I told you, like, for a lot of my life, I take one from column A, one from column B. There's only one column now, and I'm not sugarcoating squat. Drake Mastronardo. Shut up. Is that a great name? Drake Mastronardo. Love it. Good to see you. What a great name. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'm going to play with my cat. You want to see my cat real quick? You guys want to see my cat? Katie. You ready, Katie? That is a regal cat in a basket. Are you kidding me? Will you look at that? Katie, you my good girl. Yeah. Oh, it's a good girl. All right. That's my cat. Love you guys. See you guys tomorrow. I'm Johnny Scoble, and this was the Love Train. Chase the Heat.